Okay, hello, my name is Jon Gilmer with AOS Academy of Speed. I am the Director of Speed, Power, and Agility. I ran for Louisiana State University in the early 90s. I'm a USATF certified level 1 speed coach, and I have a PR of 10.21 seconds in the 100 meters. Okay, today what I want to talk to you about is the drill A skip and B skip. For years I've watched coaches and track athletes try to do them. I've seen football players, basketball players, all kinds of sports do A skips, and I'm a stickler for proper technique. Most people, even track athletes, don't do A skips. Okay. Today I want to talk to you about the proper way to do A skips and B skips and the reason for actually doing them. I see a lot of teams, coaches, athletes practice the A skip in their practice, and it looks like a mess. So what I want to do is actually tell you why you should do them, if you're going to do them, how to do them correctly, and maybe how to correct some of the ways that you are doing them so that it actually looks right and actually helps the athlete run faster. Okay? The reason for doing A skips is to teach the body, the brain, how to fire the muscles in a sequential pattern, facilitating a faster and more efficient run. What I do notice is that when people do A skips, when coaches are teaching A skips, they're just doing a thing where they throw the knee up and it comes back down to the ground, not really trying to teach the athlete to actually do the movement correctly. The idea of the A skip, okay, what you are trying to do, one, is shorten the leg as much as possible, okay? I'm sure some of you may have heard the adage, toe up, knee up, heel up. What you're trying to do is simply bring the foot up underneath the butt and then bring the foot back down. Toe always pointing up. What I notice is that when some people do A skips, they thrust the knee forward with a little skip in between, looking something like this. That looks nice, but it's not correct. It is a skip of sorts, kind of close to a bound, but it's not an A skip. Progression of doing the A skip and B skip goes as this. First we start off with the A walk and B walk, okay, or A march or B march, okay, and it looks a little something like this. Okay. We're stepping over the opposite knee, okay, we're bringing the foot, the heel, up to the butt and simply stepping back down, okay. Notice that my toe is pointed up always, and I'm landing on what we like to call the sweet spot, which is just below the toes, okay, on the balls of our feet, okay. We don't want to be passive and land on our heels, but the heel may touch the ground, but I want you to actually feel the tuck of the foot coming over the opposite knee, okay. This is different than coming here. This is not stepping over. This is stepping over. Stepping over the opposite knee, okay. I'm trying to stay tall, chest up, toes up, heel is up, knee is up. Very simple, very easy. Next part of the progression is to try to bring together some skipping along with stepping over the opposite knee, because it is a rhythmic drill. What I like to do is have my athletes set up a nice low hurdle, okay, and very similar to some of the hurdle mobility drills that you may have done in the past or seen in the past. And all we're doing is simply stepping over the hurdle, okay. I'll do it in a skipping motion. Okay, we're stepping over the hurdle, and your foot doesn't necessarily have to come over the hurdle. You can be back, but what we're looking for is a good tuck and over here. If I was standing in front of you, I don't want to see the top of your foot. I want to see this. So let's go back down here. And this is kind of what I like to have the athletes do. Very simple. I'm still stepping up, okay? There is some bouncing. It's one leg at a time, okay? I'll do it again. If you notice, there's 1 foot off of the ground, 2 feet on the ground. 1 foot off of the ground, 2 feet on the ground. Right here. Stepping over the opposite knee, going sideways. Now whatever you do going right, you have to do going left. So make sure you have your athletes practice toe up, knee up, heel up, in both directions. Now we're going to actually do the A skip. Now, what I want you to realize is what's very important. It is not the velocity or speed at which you come from step 1 to step done down that way. I don't want you trying to get down to the 10-meter mark or 15-meter mark very fastly. The idea is to It's the speed of the leg off the ground and then back onto the ground, okay? So once again, we're going to do the actual A skip with the skip. Okay, here it is. And if you notice, one leg comes up, two legs come down. It's not this, that is not an A skip. This is toe up, knee up, heel up. Here we go again. Stepping over the opposite knee. It's not a big step. I'm not trying to cover a lot of ground. I'm simply cycling the foot up, back down, up, back down, up, back down. Very simple. We're going to move on to what we call the B march or B walk. It's very similar to the A skip, except after the foot is blocked up underneath the butt, there is a casting of the foot out, and you're actually pulling the foot back underneath the body. Okay? That's it, stepping over opposite knee, and you're actually going to feel yourself pulling the foot. Notice I'm still staying on the balls of my feet. Okay? Chest is up, stepping over opposite knee, and the drill is done one leg at a time. Okay, once again, stepping over opposite knee, casting the foot out, and pulling it back underneath the butt, or the center of mass, the body. For the next part of the progression, we're going to kind of practice the B skip with hurdle mobility, once again trying to establish a rhythm with the drill. So once again, we're stepping over the hurdle with our legs straight. This time I can see the top of your foot if it comes over, okay? And I'm pulling the foot back underneath the butt. So it's going to look a little something like this. Once again, I'm tall, trying to keep my chest up. Leg is relatively straight. Still the toes pointed up. Still trying to land on that sweet spot right below our toes. All right, now we're going to go on to the B skip. Now, I stress that the B skip shouldn't necessarily be taught or done until the A skip is mastered, I think. Okay? So once again, we're going to do the same thing, except extend the foot out and pull it back underneath the body. And it looks a little something like this. And here we go, front side. Okay, so that's kind of a demonstration of how I think one should go through learning A skips and B skips, and actually how one should do them. Remember to take your time doing the drills. If you're going to do the drills, try to do them correctly. It's supposed to actually help teach you how to run. Okay, it's not just a warm-up, it's something to teach you how to run. Take your time, do it right, use the video, practice, and good luck to you. Man!